Fast forward any come our channel social so I'm say Haxi AGH Politics Avenue. Political stories are trending because make headlines. Ni jemre na EDB Akroma our ha ni dem na ho braxi mo message say yanko yinsimu. Office of the Vice President formerly Dr. Bawumia and ameno ka say eja edani chima enya asem koto akra eja edan office. Ni nyina no say pickups bia utimi donate ema MPP party no ani ya brande Dr. Bawumia pictures any logos ebobo ho no ene ho abasema enya asem koto akra Solomon Owusu for movement for change ene wasusuja edi egu saa nsemi mu kire se kwan fa so a onya sika ede talk cars no ede ma party no omra no omeyina no na me no ka say de oya ahoboa wode ho krata ekodan OXP kosi jaben na omosu ayehwehwe mu se ntasa no bone dia ene no obegina emra no yembo nwuransem nim na yenjimu nchiremu yi.
It is going to be a party now. It's already going to be a party, but let me quickly address this issue. This morning they have exhibited indiscipline. Your station meticulously gave us a topic. If they have activism to come and do, they must wait. They cannot come and choose a topic here and then run with it. If you don't take it next time, you bring a topic on road, and by the time you realize you'll be discussing prostitution on this platform. That is the first point. I'm very happy that my brother Zato ended with transparency, that we must enforce the laws. Very important. We have enough laws to govern or regulate our political funding activities. Many a times, if you listen to everyone, what seems to be a mystery is those that are contributing towards our political, or funding our political activities. And you rightly said it, the biggest spenders are the ones winning. And must it be the case? So, thankfully, in recent days, we have heard the former flag bearer of the MPP, Dr. Bawumia, graciously give us an information that he single-handedly donated more than 300 brand new Navara pickups to the New Patriotic Party. For me, it's an enough information that all of us know the salary of a vice president. And we know that if he decided not to even take a cedi from his salary for the entire 8 years, and even the period that he was working at the Bank of Ghana, he could not afford the 300 plus Navara pickups.
From his own pockets.
From his own pockets. So if you take it that I'm in the transport business, on the average, a brand new Navara plus duty will not cost less than 60,000. If you take it as 60,000, and then let's even use the base figure of 300, don't let us go into plus, that means he donated $80 million to the MPP campaign. Now, what must we ask him? Was it a case that this money came from his pocket? Was it a case that he was helped by friends or his network, as we have been told? There are no answers. So to help deepen our democracy, this morning when I leave this place by 10:30, I am submitting a petition to the Office of the Special Prosecutor to help us in this regard. That we go in to find out who helped him to, as it were, donate the 300 plus Navara pickups, so that it does not become.
As in, you're petitioning the OSP to investigate that donation done by the former vice president.
He himself willingly gave us this information. Willingly. For the first time, he has been so charitable, giving us this information. From there, I'm going to petition also on Brian Champon. He was saying that he gave $1,500 to each of the executives. Ken Japan also was making reference to some money. No, we have to let the system work. People get away with a lot of things because we have the laws, we have the institutions. And in this country, we are quick to identify the problem, but nobody wants to ask it to make sure that we deal with the problem. This morning at 10:30, I, together with the Bobakman and lawyer Pierre Dankwa, we are going to test the laws of the land to make sure that the former vice president comes out to explain to the people of this country how and where he got these 300 plus Navara pickups that are brand new in nature, and as to whether or not these were not aided by foreigners who are not supposed to take part in our body politic in terms of funding. Now, to buttress that point, is very dangerous and serious, and people have been seeing it. Somewhere on the 20th of August 2024, in some few months to the elections, the New Patriotic Party, by its General Secretary, issued a power of attorney to one Miss Nanadwa Ose Akuffo. And I have the letter here. If you want to project it, you can, but I'll read it for you to hear and see what we are doing to the people of this country, what we are using our politics to do. It says, Your Excellency, appointment as special envoy. We greet you for and on behalf of the New Patriotic Party, NPP, the ruling party in Ghana. We also take the opportunity to appoint you as a special envoy of the New Patriotic Party with the power of attorney from us. As a special envoy, you are mandated to negotiate. I'm sure you are listening. Negotiate and deal with all manner of principle and align, emphasized personalities and solicit their support in matters which are considered paramount in the interest of the party. In particular, you brief the dignitaries on the political process in Ghana, the effort the party is making to consolidate the positive gains of His Excellency Dr. Bawumia-led government with special emphasis on contributions geared towards maintaining power in the oncoming general election on the 7th of December 2024. We trust in your ability. I understand this letter or document that was given to this lady led her to solicit for more funding.
I mean, we have not seen that letter.
I can make it available to you. Yeah, I have it here.
Yes, it, we have to authenticate it.
Yes.
The point you are making,
I'm making is that
forming part of what you are asking the agencies to look into.
Yes, I mean, that's why we'll be petitioning separately. I mean, the type, but what I'm saying is that as a political party, you cannot give a power of attorney to a Ghanaian to be shopping around the world when you know that your political parties Act 2000 Section 2324 makes it clear that non-citizens of this country are not supposed to take part in the funding of our political activities.
Okay.
Then what are you insinuating? Especially when your letter does not specify. It says you should deal with every principal, and every principal could be a foreigner or a Ghanaian. So we need to go into such matters. This is not to say that the said lady or envoy went in for money from foreigners, but it to help shape our political discourse. In the same way, the petition that we are doing concerning the 300 pickups is not to suggest that the vice president dipped his hand into the pocket or the coffers of the state, but just to bring matters, clarity to matters. Now, we are monetizing our politics without people speaking against it. And it's unfortunate that the only reasonable example that you could lay hands on always has to be with the MPP. It's unfortunate. If I had documents to prove to the fact that the NDC was doing that, I would go straight. Because you see, we were sitting somewhere. Once again, Engineer Adenimo, you know Engineer Adenimo, his reason, one of the reasons for withdrawing from the MPP's presidential primaries had to do with what? Money. Money. Paragraph 4 of his letter states that the unreasonableness of the fees that have been charged, which is 4.6 million. For the information of your viewers, 4.6 million is 46 billion old cities. That is billion Makuma 46. If you put it in a chop box, it will be over. This New Patriotic Party is saying that they should come and pay the money before someone could be the flag bearer. Now, I've been on a number of platforms with their communicators who openly argued with me that indeed it could never be true, including the director of communication of the party. So if you have a political party that is implementing a policy or a fee structure that its lead communicator is not even aware, then what are you talking about? Then I heard from the Council of Elders boss or chairman of the Council of Elders, Mr. Hakman Osuajiman, lamentation 1-2. That why have we turned our party into a monocratic party? That he couldn't believe his ears and eyes that the party was charging 4.6 million Ghana cedis. And we are looking on concern. I'm happy Adam was enumerating what they use their money on. I dare say that if you want to spend, you want to spend. It's the reason why maybe some of us are not putting ourselves up for elections, because it's unconscionable for me to pay for your vote. I wouldn't do it. So if that's the reason why you will not vote for me, take your vote. Excuse my language.
The great action plan is not going to get implemented.
No, but we are going to tell them. You see, we are going to speak truth to them.
Because the data shows that those who are spending more are winning.
No, but it's also not true. It is defective. Because you see, you cannot convince me that in election 2024, the NDC had more than the MPP. Are you able to convince me?
Yeah, I mean, I get that point, but in the context of the areas that they looked at, those specific constituencies,
that was saying that we are also political actors.
Okay.
It's not always those that have money that wins elections. In fact, people who have ideas, people who have integrity, they win elections. In election 2024, the party that people saw them to be credible won it. How was your money going to diffuse the minds or win the minds of people that were concentrating on Galamsey? That you were destroying the environment. How was money going to change that? How was money going to change the perception of corruption? How was money going to change the fact that we are seeing a president and his appointees who are behaving arrogantly across the country?
Okay.
It is the way we have given so much weight to money that is letting people behave like so.
Right.
We have to go back. Let candidates have a message. Your message alone can take you far.
Okay. Let me wrap up with Doc on Zoom. Doc has been on for a while. Doc, any reaction to the issues that have come up? Any wrap up for me on this subject?
Yeah, so I think very important key.
Okay. I think there's a bit of a challenge to the connection to Doc. What I'm going to do is that I'll give you a minute.
Yes, a minute.
Directly.
So I just want to do three
I'll
things.
come to you.
The first one is that there's an aspect of the report that I disagree with, which is the fact that they make the assumption that in most cases, candidates who spend more won. It may be in a few cases because if it was about being very resourceful, there's no way I would have been here as a member of parliament.
Yes, Doc, we have you back. You were making a point just before we lost you. Hello, Doc.
I was saying that there is recognition, at least across the panelists, that we need a lot more transparency in our campaign finance legal framework, and that for me is key. If we accept that money or financial resources would always be critical to the survival of a political party and their ability to contest in an election, that's fine. Then let's build a more robust system that enforces the law and ensures that it's very transparent. Because again, for me, if I were running for office and someone gave me 100 Ghana cedis, I wouldn't read too much in it. But if I were running for office and someone approached me with 100 million Ghana, it's a very different proposition. And want our democracy to be captured, even if it's not just those who are running for office, but those who are financing candidates and parties because they have deep pockets. What do they want in return? And what does that do, especially, for example, with our fight against corruption?
All right. Thank you very much, Doc, for joining us. Dr. John Osai Kwapon is a CDD fellow joining us for this discussion. Adam, you have 30 seconds more. The point you wanted to make.
So that point must be well established. That, I mean, if it was about having so much money, some of us will not be in parliament. God's grace, hard work, and the people believed in us. But again, you still have to make some expenditure. But it is not always about the one with the deep pockets. Number two, I wanted to give him the information that he shouldn't worry. The problem of farmers not getting markets for their goods, we are in the process of ending that. When you go to the National Buffer Stock Company, and I will encourage you to interview the Chief Executive Officer, one Mr. George Abredu or so. The gentleman is working so hard. Last week, I was on your platform and I complained about rice farmers in Ketunov not getting market. From last week, as I speak to you, he has been on the phone with me, engaging. We are in the process. They are doing what they call the National Food Reserves, where they are identifying warehouses and they are buying. So within this week or by next week, that's all the rice from my area. And they are doing that for maize and other things. The other thing I want to say, the Big Push project. My brother's MPP couldn't solve the problem in 8 years. But when you look at the Big Push roads, as announced by the Finance Ministry, The roles that he was mentioning.
So you consider he said it's on paper. He agreed to that.
So
he said he just wants to see it happen.
The problem they couldn't solve. Who will solve it?
Okay, Doc,
you should relax.
One minute. You have some reaction.
Thank you. Maybe today that Adam has added his name to this cry for maize to this area, maybe it will happen because people have been, the farmers people have been crying, it has not happened. So now the buffer stock, don't listen to me.
Use your common fund to buy from them.
Adam, you see the fact that when you were I don't want you to say I'm being disruptive.
It's not. I don't want you to say no. I don't want you to say I'm being disruptive. No interruption.
I don't want you to say I'm being disruptive.
No.
Usually, look, today you and I are the gentlemen. This is the chief disruptor.
No. Doc, listen to me. So Doc, listen to me.
You always do that. He's the chief disruptor. He's doing that. He's still doing that. So this is the point. Chief buffer stock, don't listen to me, listen to Adam. He says, please come and buy the maize, it says Alalam. Come and give the good price and do that. They're not doing it.
I'm telling you that they have introduced what they call the national.
But they are not doing it. Don't say they are doing it, please. That's not. I came from you. They are not doing it. Say they will do it.
Doc,
there's a difference. They're not doing it.
I gave you a minute.
So I'm happy. I'm happy that he's saying it. So let's come and do it. Secondly, you see, I've chosen for very good reasons not to be skeptical about the big project, the big push, because see, we have been down this road. These roads I'm talking about, they have been commissioned. They have been commissioned by. Look, anyway. I don't want to be skeptical because I know what it means. Year of Rose, look, Year of Rose did 30 kilometers of that road. Do you know how much the 8 years of the Mills Mahama division did that road? Nothing. Year of Rose did 30 kilometers of that road from Nahadekui to Poloma. I don't want to do this because if I do it, it looks like I'm playing politics with that road. I don't want to play politics. No, you say you're going to do it and you answer this. 8 years. Mills Mahama combined, nothing. No, but Year of Rose did 30 kilometers on that road.
Your mic is not working. Only one mic is working. Here's the mic.
Did 30 kilometers, and I'm giving you the specific from Nahadekui to Poloma. Year of Rose did that. 8 years. What did you do? Nothing. So if you want to look at record on that particular route, there's a record and there's a record. Nothing.
All right.
Look, and that's what I'm saying. I don't want to do the usual for that route.
Okay.
Year of Rose, they put something on the board. 8 years of you did nothing. Anyway, I want that happen. But secondly, Solomon, today I want to agree with you. Yes, do call for those audits to do. But my point then is, if we are all talking about campaign transparency, why limit it to one political party? Why don't you add the NDC too?
I don't have evidence.
No. But what evidence?
Now your man is saying that he donated 300. So there's a point
so
of
what
reference.
I'm saying is that
if you talk to him,
no, I know. No, for this particular area,
he wants me to.
So all I'm simply saying is that let's not be selective when it comes to for transparency. Okay. So me, I will pray that you find a way to make sure that. And for all the political parties that contested, account to the good people. That all the political parties that because there were, if you go to my constituency of Tumu, there were 2 pickups, but the NDC had a pickup, branded NDC. Then people had a pickup, branded NDC, and we saw it all over the country. That means that all the political parties donated or purchased pickups for their campaigns. The point I'm making is that let's seek, if you are seeking justice, let's seem to be fair. Let us audit all of them. Let us see where all their money came from, and then with the aim that we could learn from it, with the aim that we could reform the system. But if we are just seen to be asking one person to be doing it, then inherently we are building a bias into it, and it may not lead to the kind of transparency and accountability we want. So in the name of good governance, in the name of accountability and transparency, let's do it for all of them.
Okay, thank you. So I'm giving Solomon 1 minute.
So it's very simple. I would be the happiest person to take any leading member of the NDC who is perceived or who comes across telling people that I donated two pickups, 3 pickups to a campaign to petition the OSP to investigate the person. Here was a former vice president. You see, we underestimate certain things. He left office not long ago, telling delegates that he single-handedly, Toyota Ghana or Nissan Ghana cannot even import 300 pickups at a go. Now he is telling us that he single-handedly donated 300 plus, not even 300. I am being charitable to the campaign of the MPP. Now I have done the mathematics and told you that if we were going to take even 300 and then say that one costs $60,000, we are talking about $80 million. We know the salaries of vice presidents. We know his salary when he was in at the Bank of Ghana. So it cannot be that money came from his pocket. Just to enrich our democratic practice, just to make sure that our democracy is, as it were, saved from monetization. I am going to the OSP for him to better go and explain. When you go there and explain it better, would it not help his credibility? So you must be thanking me this morning. So you also take up the other matter to the NDC. Can I be taking all the matters up?
Yes.
Yes. So did I not mention candidate appointment
in terms of the first discussion this morning? There are some messages that have come.
It's one after the other. A lot of petitions out there.
So far, Musa Abatwa, you make the point about monocracy, and you say you agree with Solo that it is indeed characterized by the MPP, whether in government or in opposition. The party has consistently monetized the political space. Another message here, okay, the others who also disagree as well. This one here, you say that the high cost of campaign funds is like a cost because it's expensive. The political parties and the candidates must find money. That is true. And because they are looking for money and we don't have a robust legal framework, it means that they get money from whatever sources. Then also those sources, because of the lack of the framework, it's not transparent. Then there's the bit about what they actually spend the money on. Is that their appreciation in terms of what the plane looks like that we have to have the conversation within?
Yes, good morning once again. Thank you very much. So one of the things that I always like to put in context when questions about campaign finance, political party finance comes up is that it's not as though there's not a recognition that there is a role for money or financial resources in politics. After all, our two main political parties, to be able to do the things they do and keep being a party of a national nature, definitely would need financial resources. They've set up very elaborate administrative structures that helps them run the party on a day-to-day basis. And most importantly, also allows them to be competitive when elections roll around. So that recognition, for me, it's very important to step up front that, yes, definitely they would need financial resources to be able to compete. The concern is, one, as you pointed out, how increasingly it's becoming costly to participate not just in internal party elections, but also to participate in national elections. That cost is becoming very exorbitant. And the question you have to ask yourself is this the kind of entry barriers to participation in our democratic politics and electoral contestations that we want to keep promoting? Because for me, it creates this idea that office holding goes to the highest bidder. It is also problematic when you have a legal framework that is not the most robust when it comes to enforcement and transparency. So all we hear every so often is person A is a party financier, person B got money from this source or that source. But you can't even authenticate some of these sources and where some of these monies are coming from. I always argue, and not even just within the Ghanaian context, but even within the US context where I live, if someone gives $100 to a political party or a candidate for office, I can agree that it is out of the goodness of their heart, their care for the candidate, their care for the country. But there are certain amounts of money that when you donate to a political party or to a candidate, it's very hard to convince me that you're doing it solely for the love of democracy and love for the candidate. And so when there is not transparency and these costs are going up, whoever is financing or whichever persons, organizations are financing these candidates, you also have to ask yourself what is motivating them and what do they want in return. So if you put all of those things together, then you have to be really concerned that it is costing this much to run for office in an environment where enforcement
we in some how to make us channel no so mamno asesa o jemre e wo hada sene so ba de ndia dumbi edumania in some room in some kan so kusukra ha GH Politics Avenue.